have been struggling to lose weight, I really empathize with you. I understand just how frustrating it can be to be trying and trying so hard at something and to not be getting the result that you really want to be getting from the effort that you're putting in. If you're just confused as of this point about what to eat, if you've tried a whole bunch of diets and you keep vacillating between going on a strict diet and then coming off of it, and you're just overall confused about what to eat, if there's a part of you that is starting to believe that you have a problem with willpower and just sticking with something long enough to start seeing the results, and it's starting to impact your self-esteem and self-confidence, and you're doubting yourself, then the information that I'm going to share with you right now is going to be a huge aid to you. It's going to help you out a lot. So that brings me to the first mistake that I see in most of my clients who are trying to lose weight, which is that they rely on their diet more than their dietary behaviors. The way that you eat is just as important, if not more important in some ways, than what you're actually consuming. And to know where you're at with your dietary behaviors, the first thing that you want to do is practice self-observation. Are you somebody who skips breakfast and lunch but eats most of your calories late at night and before you go to bed? That's a big no-no. That's going to contribute to weight gain. So you don't want to do that. You want to eat most of your calories at least before 8 p.m. at night. And I usually have a hard rule for my clients that are trying to lose weight to not eat after 8 p.m. at all. And no snacking at all between meals at the beginning. So no snacking at all between meals. That often shows people how often they're actually eating mindlessly without knowing. The next thing is portion control. So measuring and being conscious of your portions. In Ayurvedic medicine, which if you don't know what Ayurveda is, it's fine. It's yoga sister science. It's an ancient form of medicine from India that's over 5,000 years old. But we have a practice when it comes to proportions that you're only supposed to eat until you're two-thirds full. So your stomach should be 2/3 full. So basically, you should feel comfortable when you're done eating. You shouldn't have to unbuckle your pants. You should be able to walk around. If you're ever like, oh, I'm so full, you've eaten too much. You shouldn't get to that point. I know that when people have been eating that way for so long, they don't really understand totally what it means to not eat to that point. So slowing down, making sure that you chew your food really well, taking breaks, putting down your fork and your knife, that's gonna help to spread out the length at which you eat, so you're not just inhaling everything and then feeling full later. If you're so disconnected from when you're full, then if you're eating somewhere out, then just right away at the beginning, have them take away half of your food and put it in a doggy bag. So that would be one way that you could exercise some self-control, or ask for a smaller portion size right up front. The next thing is identifying the root cause. So what is the cause of the excess weight? So there could be a couple things. The most common reasons that I see in my practice are insulin resistance, so blood sugar abnormalities, although those blood sugar abnormalities usually manifest because of, in part of, excess weight. Not always, but a lot of times they do. So regulating blood sugar is really important, and there's certain supplements and there's herbs that can help with that. Digestive issues is another one. So your digestive tract has 4 to 6 pounds of bacteria in your gut. It's a balance of good bacteria and bad bacteria. So your pathogenic bacteria, so those are the bad bacteria, happen to crave unhealthy foods, sugars, and foods that produce a lot of inflammation in your body, which inflammation is the precursor to, most disease in the body. Your good bacteria in your gut, they tend to crave good foods, so your plant-based foods and everything. So the thing is that if you are overrun with pathogenic bacteria in your gut, you're gonna have higher amounts of craving for sugars and processed foods. The good news is that you can actually influence the population of good and bad bacteria in your gut by what you actually feed them. So if you're feeding more good bacteria in your body, those are going to repopulate and grow. And then also by actually repopulating your gut with good bacteria by eating fermented foods. So you don't want to just go out there and just start eating all this fermented food, because you'll probably get digestive upset. You have to remember that you're actually consuming bacteria that's going to hang out and populate in your gut. So eating a whole bunch of it at once isn't usually a good idea. But slowly introducing it into your diet, you can start to slowly influence and alter your gut bacteria, and you will notice that you start to desire and crave more healthier foods over a period of time. Another cause of excess weight that's related to digestion is having dietary allergies and intolerances. Sometimes when a person is allergic or has an intolerance to dairy or wheat, those are a couple of the common ones, they'll gain weight. They'll have more inflammation in their body and they'll hold on to weight. So identifying dietary intolerances, so doing an intestinal healing program, can be really beneficial for somebody that has excess weight. Another cause of the inability to lose weight is being underneath a lot of stress. So stress accelerates the progress of every single disease in the body. It's an extraordinarily powerful toxin. And the way that you protect your body against chronic stress is to practice stress reduction techniques, so meditation and yoga, mindset techniques, so how you're actually interpreting the events in your life is extremely important. You have 100% control over how you decide to interpret the events in your life and how they impact you. And so that takes practice and discipline and self-awareness. It also impacts how stress influences all of your bodily processes. When you are underneath a lot of chronic stress and anxiety, some people lose weight. They lose the desire to eat and they become very thin. And some people hold on to weight. It actually has a lot to do with how cortisol, stress hormone, impacts your body. One practice that I have my clients do is literally take the time to write out all the reasons why you want to lose weight. Why is it important to you? You want to have a long life. You want to be healthy for your children and your grandchildren. You want to have confidence. You want to believe that you can do it. You want agility and physical health and energy and vitality. Literally sit down and write down all of the reasons why you want to do what you want to do and saturate yourself in it. I suggest doing that every single morning so that you stay really committed and connected to your desired outcome. So thank you so much for your time today. I hope that this information aids you on your path. If you would like to really take a deep dive into losing weight, I have a 35-minute long mastermind class on how to lose weight in 5 steps, even if you've tried 1,000 times before. If you need extra help and support, I work with clients from all over the world, but you must start by taking my free masterclass. It's 35 minutes long. Literally, you can take it by clicking the link below. And at the end of that video, you can schedule a free breakthrough session with me. And I'd be happy to talk with you. And my free breakthrough sessions, what I do. My promise is to tell you what I believe the root cause is. So is it a blood sugar issue? Is it behavioral? Is it a digestive issue? And to give you a high-level solution of how I would solve your problem. So again, if you want to take a deeper dive into weight loss, you can take my free masterclass below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your time today, and hope that this information aids you on your path.